Many of our larger hospitals are.
You're watching News Now from Fox. I'm Daytona Everett, going to step away from that update in Chicago to talk some politics. We brought you earlier this morning. There was some rallies going on for the Georgia Senate races, Senate runoffs that early voting just started yesterday, and they had some big names out there. Here to break down all of what President-elect Joe Biden is doing is Madeline Rivera. Maddie, what can we be saying from Biden this week, and why was today's Georgia visit so crucial for Biden?
Yeah, well, a lot of eyes are on the Senate runoffs here in Georgia because this will determine control of the Senate, whether Republicans maintain the majority or whether Democrats rather take the lead here. And that's why there's so much effort with Biden here, coming here to Georgia to campaign for the two Democratic candidates, Raphael Warnock and Jon Ossoff. And that's the core of his message this afternoon, telling Georgians to go out and vote, telling them to turn out in record numbers, doing the same thing that they did in November, obviously helping Biden win the state of Georgia, clinching it for the first time since 1992 when former President Bill Clinton won Georgia. And so Biden is encouraging, again, Georgians to vote, and hopefully the Democrats, for them at least, will win control of the Senate. Daytona.
Does he have any plans to be speaking in Georgia at all? Because this is his first rally since the presidential election, of course. So is there going to be any more rallying for the Democratic candidates out there in Georgia?
Not that we know of so far. This was the first one that we've heard of, his first campaign event ever since he won on November 3rd, rather, but a few days after November 3rd. So no, not that we know of so far. This is the first major one that he's done, Daytona.
Okay, good to know. Let's move forward. Obviously, Biden said that he spoke with the Senate Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell, this morning. What did they talk about? And I'm thinking it has something to do with stimulus.
No, he actually, well, he didn't mention that during his conversation with reporters this afternoon. They very well could have probably talked about stimulus, but what Biden shared with reporters was very brief. He said that the Senate Majority Leader congratulated Biden on his win. Mitch McConnell acknowledged Biden as the president-elect this morning, and so Biden and him talked a little bit about that. Biden talked about wanting to work with the Senate Majority Leader, but obviously, you know, their relationship could change depending on who wins next month. Who wins the Georgia Senate runoffs here. And that could affect their relationship, whether or not Biden really has to work with the Senate Majority Leader, the current Senate Majority Leader, whether, you know, Mitch McConnell even maintains his position during that time. And so, you know, that could change over the coming weeks. But for now, Biden's just talking about how, you know, he's obviously looking forward to working across the aisle, something he's talked about during the campaign trail. He says he can really work with Republicans and Democrats, and that was one of his core messages, Daytona.
Okay, yeah, very interesting. Obviously, one of those topics they'll have to come together on is the COVID-19 relief, too. I think there's a meeting that's going on with McConnell and other representatives. So something to be keeping our eyes on for Biden and his team. Let's also talk about these cabinet picks. It's been a little bit slower this week than last week, but we got an announcement today. What was that?
Yes, so Biden announced that his former mayor and his former rival, Mayor Pete Buttigieg, will be, or he nominated him rather as his transportation secretary. And that's pretty big because Buttigieg, if he is confirmed, would be the first openly gay cabinet member. And it's interesting because, you know, we've been following Biden obviously since last year, and his relationship with the former mayor was a little bit rocky at times, with Biden once calling the former mayor that he wasn't Barack Obama. So it was thorny there, but obviously they were able to get over that. As Biden has said before, he doesn't hold grudges, and it doesn't seem to be that way. Obviously nominating the former mayor as his transportation secretary. So a lot of firsts for Biden there again. First openly gay cabinet member if he's confirmed. Going along with what Biden has said in the past, that he wants to create the most diverse cabinet that the country has ever seen, wanting the cabinet to look a lot more like the country there. You know, and it's interesting because a lot of people might be curious why the former mayor might be interested in taking the transportation secretary role. But you have to remember that, you know, Mayor Pete Buttigieg wasn't the mayor of a big city. South Bend, Indiana has a population of a little more than 100,000 people. And so this would be, if he's confirmed, would be a very high profile role for Buttigieg. He would be leading a department that has about 55,000 members, and Biden has a very ambitious infrastructure plan. He's talked about wanting to invest in more jobs and investing in green energy, and so Buttigieg, if he's confirmed, would have to be the lead for all of that. So there's a lot at stake here, and if he does want to eventually run for office, another role in the future, this could certainly boost his profile and his resume, Daytona.
Yeah, I mean, did this come as a surprise? Was there other people who were kind of in the running for this? And then when it was finally announced that it was Buttigieg, was that surprising to everyone out there?
No, it's hard to tell. I don't know for sure about what other people have been thinking. I mean, there has been some speculation that Buttigieg could be serving in some role in Biden's administration. But I don't know if anyone really thought that the transportation secretary would be the role that he would be ultimately nominated for. So it's not surprising, I guess, to see that Buttigieg has been named to some sort of cabinet member role. But I don't know what others could say, or what others have to say about, the specificities of his actual, I guess, nomination.
Right. Okay. So obviously it's Tuesday, and typically there's like a formal event that happens where Biden introduces his cabinet picks. So is that something we can be looking forward to this week, or any other nominations as well?
Yes. So he will be formally announcing Buttigieg as a transportation secretary nominee tomorrow in Wilmington, similar to the previous announcements that he's done last week and several weeks before. So yes, we will be seeing Biden and the future vice president Kamala Harris talking about that tomorrow, Daytona.
And last question for you, Maddie, and then I'll let you go. Georgia, are there going to be any rallies on both sides of the aisle right now, from what you're hearing, since you're in Atlanta anyway, following this kind of Senate runoff? What can we be looking forward to this week?
And in terms of what the events that the candidates are holding, yes, they are going to be out campaigning a lot. Obviously yesterday, John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock, they're together a lot campaigning in a lot of these drive-in rallies. Warnock cast his early vote yesterday, and tomorrow Kelly Loeffler will be doing the same. So yes, they're very busy. I am assuming they will be busy heading all the way up until January 5th.
Okay, great to know. Fox's Madeline Rivera out there in Atlanta, Georgia. We appreciate you, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Thanks, Daytona.
And again, you're watching News Now from Fox. That was Madeline Rivera, one of our field reporters out there for Fox, talking about everything